new show or new segment. I don't think it's a show, it's just an update. It's just an update. Hello everybody, my name's Jem and I am here from OFitD Productions, and this is the production journal, something that is going to be kind of a semi-regular update on what the hell is going on behind the scenes of everything that I and we are doing. Yeah, that kind of sums it up, so we might as well do an update. And we're going to start with Edinburgh. I have just gotten back, and when I say just gotten back, I mean I got back a few weeks ago, but it takes a while for you to kind of come out of the magical void of the Edinburgh Fringe Festival 2022. I took, for the first time, my solo show, Happiness Anonymous, to Edinburgh under the PBH Free Fringe. Oh my goodness. It was magical. I got all of it, most of it, pretty much all of it, on video, and I'm glad that I did because I kind of feel like it's a dream. Pixar didn't happen. I was in Edinburgh for 1 week. I did 9 shows in that time, 2 of which were cabarets. One of those cabarets being the very first cabaret I ever saw 10 years ago. There is a snippet on this channel. Go and check it out. But I totally just freaked out because that cabaret sort of kind of got me really into cabarets. Sort of made me make my 3rd year final piece of university work all about cabarets. It started a bug in me, and I got to play it this year, which was the absolute cherry on top of the cake of taking a show that I've worked on for so long, and I was pretty confident. I'm gonna say I was pretty confident, but there was a tiny part of me that I refused to acknowledge that was kind of like, have I spent 7 years writing crazy crap? And I'm happy and proud and very excited to share with you that the show works. Words don't describe how amazing it was to see people's reaction to this little show that could. This little show about 5 people living in a zombie-filled post-apocalyptic world who decide to put together a support group for happiness. Which is whimsical and crazy, but to see people come in a little bit like, okay, this is a free show from somebody I don't know, get absorbed in the show, interact with me, interact with the show, and truly be moved by what was happening. I feel like I'm bragging, but it's the truth. My favourite, absolute favourite, was this big burly Scottish bloke who'd clearly been bought by his more sensitive other half. Walk in and clearly sit down, and he was in that place of, oh, joy, mental health, solo show, female solo show. There's a ukulele on the side of the stage. This ain't gonna go well, is it? And him go from that place to kind of intrigued, to listening, to properly absorbed. And when he left the show, he seemed like I'd 1, 2, 3 sucker punched him into reflecting and into feeling things. And all he could do was kind of, thank you. Yeah. Thank you. He didn't put money in the bucket. It was a pay what you can thing. But that doesn't matter. That moment is very much a core memory, and I'm making it a core memory because that is exactly what I want this show to be. I want it to be that thing that allows people to introspect and to consider their mental space and to have a moment where they can look in on themselves and out on themselves and consider, can you be happier? Can you be more balanced? Can you be all of these things? And now don't get me wrong, Edinburgh and the festival are one of the toughest crowds. I had small crowds, but apparently they were large compared to the Fringe average of how many people were getting into their shows. But I had bad shows, right? I had shows where the audience came in, one of the shows, the final show, somebody sat there scrolling on their phone. And I have the house lights up. I talk to you during the show. It was hard. To make me, who was having so much fun with my show, really sit there and wish I was anywhere else. That was quite hard. But, oddly, that audience who sat there and just, when I asked them, "Hi, what's your name?" and they just sort of stared at me like I was the television and there was a screen between us, they were oddly the most engaged, and the people who really contributed at the back end of the show the most and wanted to keep talking and really, really engaged with what the show is all about. So, Edinburgh Fringe audiences, they're the most perplexing things on the planet, but it's safe to say that Edinburgh went absolutely amazingly. And as the proper update for what is happening right now, I am in the process of building all of the assets, building all of the things, and mainly building the courage to propose the show of Happiness Anonymous to anybody else, and to book it into other festivals that aren't Edinburgh, because Edinburgh is this big beast, but Edinburgh is this beast that I absolutely know and love, but it's home. I've done it for too many years. So Edinburgh is a safe space for me. So I'm putting it in for other festivals, but I'm also trying to position the show and myself and everything around it to turn around to your local theatre, your local space, your local library, your local back room of a pub, and say, "Oi, let's do a show. Can I, please? Please?" As you can see, I still need to work on that final little bit of the courage, but we're there. So that's currently what I'm working on, which is super, super exciting for me, because it's quite a bit of a learning curve. I've never actually had to put together a formal touring pack. So yeah, I've been asked by audiences to play it at schools and universities. I have been asked by lots of people to hold post-show safe spaces so that we can keep talking, which is wow. So what is upcoming for OFitD Productions? If you pay any amount of attention to our social media, you will also know that not only am I planning a little tour of Happiness Anonymous, the theatre show, but I am bringing back the Happiness Anonymous Share Show, and I'm going to be doing that on the 3rd of November. Yeah, in about a month's time. So what is the Share Show? If you don't know, click there and then you'll know. But the Happiness Anonymous Share Show is a live broadcast fundraiser that I do semi-regularly. If you want to get involved, you can, because the show is made up of creative shares, creative responses in any medium that you want, so long as I can somehow transcribe it onto a live video broadcast, of bits of creativity, bits of responses, thoughts, things that are in response to a certain theme, right? You can go and check out the other share shows and it'll start to make a lot more sense if what I've just said didn't to you. But the Happiness Anonymous Share Show this time, on the 3rd of November, is going to be based all around the idea of Guy Fawkes. Here in the UK we have Guy Fawkes Night, which is in remembrance/celebration, depending on the vibe of the country, of the time where Guy Fawkes tried to blow up various bits of London and various different heads of states and things like that. V for Vendetta is the movie that it inspired. So the Happiness Anonymous Share Show that's happening on the 3rd of November 2022 is on the theme of fireworks, on the theme of rebellion, on the theme of taking back your own space. Because I think that is very, very important to mental health, is this idea of really taking ownership and taking action to reclaim that space as your own. And I feel like that's quite an act of rebellion. So there's a link in the description that will take you to the share show, so you can bookmark it and you can ding it. And also there's another link in that box that means that you can send in your shares. So if you've got an idea that's got something to do with fireworks, whether it's a painting, whether it is a video or a poem or anything that you do, send it in. And I look forward to seeing your submissions. Oh, and a little bit of shameless plugging here, but do tune in to the Happiness Anonymous share show on the 3rd of November, because I will be announcing the next project that we are working on here at OFitD Productions. It's super exciting. It's something that I've never done before. We've never done before. I'm teaming up with some really cool people on it, and it's related to the share show, and I'm super excited. So excited that I kind of pre-announced it on our Instagram account. But I'm really, really excited about it, and I want to tell you more, but I have to keep that for the next production journal, because otherwise, spoiler alert. So yeah, that's your update. We have got Edinburgh Fringe Festival that we've just done, the upcoming tour of Happiness Anonymous as an absolute product of the Fringe. Then we've got the Happiness Anonymous share show. Oh! We also have a new website coming. That's not the really exciting project that I've been talking about, but it's pretty exciting. It's snazzy. So that's exciting. Go check that out. Maybe you're watching this video there. Meta. I like it. But thank you everybody for watching. I hope that you are as excited about all of this as I am. And subscribe, like, comment, do all of those things. It helps me and it helps you. Smack that bell icon so that you don't miss another production journal or any of the other things that we're doing. And if you also want Happiness Anonymous to come to you, because I'm not expecting you to come to me, it's meant to be accessible, so I'm coming to you. Whack it in the comment section, either somewhere that you know or where you are. Let me know when you want me to tour Happiness Anonymous. I would be more than happy to. And thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!